I got my first job at the Circuit 2. I was just a greenhorn, untried, but so true, ready to yodel in the saddle as I chased stampeding cattle. First gather, spring of '65, I was riding a stout called Midnight, bringing in 20 calves and 30 cows. They break back. I didn't know why or how, but I spurred Midnight into full flight, teach them to take me light. He was stretching out, feel him go, till he ran into a badger hole and endowed. Oh, Elmore Memorial Hospital. Nurses grinning and getting an eyeful, poking here, prodding there, shaving hair everywhere. Do this and don't do that. 6 weeks on my back. That next spring, I'm ready to take another chance on a northern Nevada ranch. Bucking rolls on my A-fork saddle and bring on those stampeding cattle. But this time I'm riding a good ranch gelding named 4x4, who's been there before, done it all. Pushed to the forest, summer of '66. Got them all paired up this time. We're wise to their tricks. I'll get the gate and I ease up through the herd, but one of Tom's pups has followed. And then a second and a third, and there at the gate, surrounded by all those legs standing still, they start to barking and biting, and soon the whole herd is on the move, turning and bawling and fighting. And they start back down the draw, through the rocks, a-clattering. Well, I spurred 4x4 to the lead to save this whole day's gathering. 4x4 had perfect traction, not a slip nor stumble. To tell the truth, he'd have saved the day if I'd been a bit more humble. But my bullwhip was cracking like prairie lightning. I'd show them who'd won the race, till my popper caught on a sagebrush stalk and smacked 4x4 right in the face. That first jump must have taken us 40 feet below. I was still sitting in the middle making a ride till he piled into a badger hole and ended. Elko County Hospital. Nurses grinning and getting a knife, poking here, prodding there, shaving hair everywhere. Do this and don't you dare do that. Another 6 weeks on my back. That next spring finds me near Paisley, wondering what the future will bring this time. Big swells and tall cantle on my saddle, and I don't care to see any more stampeding cattle. And I'm riding a mule called Tippy Toes. I never thought I'd be one of those, but I'm getting kind of soured on these badger hole endos. Tippy steps real calm and careful everywhere he goes. Working with the wagon, fall of '97, branded late calves on a day made in heaven. Got them held in the corner, just necking them out. No need to hurry, don't worry, don't shout. They're done with me at the fire. I twirl mine loose, and this kid next to me with a rope like a hangman's noose hangs up again. So I step on down to help till Mama boils out like a bull at a clown, hooking and bawling and shaking her head. I figured I'd best get mounted before I got dead, so I pitched her my hat. As she went wide, I jumped for the stirrup at Tippy Toes' side, but She tangled her horn in the kid's rope. Turn her loose, I warned, and that gunsel looked at me and nodded, went straight to the horn. Well, that rope smacked Tippy right on the butt, sizzled up under his tail. I was half on and half off, so I decided to bail. But 2 steps later, 2 mule shoes connected with my back pockets launched me right at the kid like a personal anti-personnel rocket. I must have knocked him plumb off his mount because I woke up lying across the saddle. We were at a dead run, and behind us was a herd of stampeding cattle. I had a hand in the mane and a hand in the stirrup. I was praying, Lord, have mercy on my soul. The answer was swift. I saw that off front leg disappear down a badger hole. Endowed. Oh, oh, oh. Well, I woke up in a bed whose tarp was missing. There were pictures on the wall of a girl and a horse kissing. There were flowers in the room. They smelled awful fresh. Oh, at least there weren't any on my chest, but my left arm and leg were in a cast. My right arm was in a sling. There was a bandage on my head, and my right leg was awful. I might not be horseback again till spring. Then through the door I heard some girl talking to the boss. She said, there's really a lot to be gained and not much to be lost. You heard the doctor, he needs lots of attention. Nursing school said they would grant me an exemption. I can take care of all of his needs. I can give him his medications, change his dressings, bathe him. I can monitor his temperature, make sure that he behaves, and shave him. I know you're worried that he'd be a real handful. Do you know what that would cost in a hospital? Besides, I think lining him out would be a real hoot. And you know, Daddy, I think he's kind of cute. Well, somehow I got that window open without making a sound, but when I hit the ground, I did whimper a little bit. When I stood back up, I was feeling a little dizzy, but the door opened into the room, and then things got real busy. I was hopping on my good leg, swinging my cast, looking for a place to hide, and I could hear her behind me gaining fast. You're about to be stretched and tied. Finally, the old bunkhouse swung into view. I was really on my roll, and that's when she hit me with a flying tackle just as my leg lodged in a badger hole. And but that day I learned that not all badger hole endos are the same. And there may be more than meets the eye to this badger hole game. She was great. I healed up fast. Then one day, she said she had to go back to town. I said, what about all my aches and pains? And this Band-Aid on my knee? She said, if she were married, she might not have to leave. I said, if you want to marry this cowboy, you're just going to have to chase me down. And like a flash, I was out that very same window. But as soon as I hit the ground, I lined out straight as an arrow for the biggest hole in the nearest badger mound.